Hi YouTubers, I'm having another video so I just want to do a quick video. So this is an interesting subject right now. I am smoking nice big ass cigars and big ass cigar for life, drinking some wine right now, so he's on 25 and a half last time. I want to talk about something really interesting. So, quick story, it's only going to take like maybe 2 or 3 minutes, maybe 4 minutes. I don't think this video too long. So basically I want to talk about a very interesting experience I've had. So, as most of you know, I live in Massachusetts, as in Massachusetts, you know, the state of Massachusetts, and long story short, I'm in the process of looking for, not looking for, but I'm trying to renew my ID. So, obviously you have to be 18 years old, 21 years old or older to buy those nice big ass cigars and big ass cigar for life, and buy alcohol. So I'm 25 and a half, obviously. I'll be 26 next year, or this year actually. So it is 2017, so April 3rd, 2017, I'll be 26. So, long story short, I'm going to be 26 years old this year, and that's pretty cool. But most stores have a policy like under 30 you have to be carded, so while I am of legal age for last time, I still get carded quite a bit. So I get carded quite a bit because I look young for my age. Because a lot of people say, well, smoking acid or Evan, you look more around like 21, 22, 23. I look a couple years younger than my age, even though I am almost 26 years old. I just look young. So, long story short, I'm getting my new ID. So, what's really interesting is, so when I was 21, I went to my mass liquor ID because that's more appropriate for somebody who drinks alcohol, who doesn't drive. So I don't drive myself because I find it very stressful. I tried driving when I was like 18 years old, and I really hate it. So I really hated driving. It was not for me, and I understand someday I might have to get my license. I want to get a job, but you get the point. Is driving is very stressful, and I know a lot of people in European countries don't drive because it's very stressful. And usually in European countries, they have better public transportation. But in general, my point I'm trying to make is, so I don't drive, so I have a mass liquor ID. And basically, it's the same thing as a driver's license, the only difference is you can't drive. It's basically an identification card. And, like, you know, a lot of people like different types of states, you know, and countries, they have a driver's license, just an identification card. It looks the same thing as a driver's license, the only difference is you can't drive. And so I've had that for the last almost 5 years, and IDs in Massachusetts, I'm not a lawyer, not giving legal advice, but are good for 5 years. So I have to get a new ID card on April 6th, 2017. That's when my ID card expires, 3 days after my birthday. So long story short, I looked into it, and apparently you can't renew ID cards like this. So apparently what you have to do is you have to go through the whole process over and over again. And the only reason I have the liquor ID card as opposed to the identification card, the regular Mass ID, is because a lot of stores in Massachusetts won't take them even for tobacco products. And I think I told this story a long time back on my channel, back when I was like 18 years old. Some stores won't even take a identification card. Um, Identification card even for tobacco. So there's a liquor store in my town that won't even take identification card for tobacco. So long story short, I am looking for you know, my new ID. So I'm going to get my new ID. So you can't renew it. So apparently what you have to do is you have to wait till it expires, and then you have to go to the DMV or RMV. We call it the RMV in Massachusetts, and that's a Massachusetts thing. So we call it the RMV, not the DMV. So the Registry of Motor Vehicles, as opposed to the Department of Motor Vehicles. And you have to get a new, entirely new ID. You have to fill out the form again, and with black or blue pen, and it's a real hassle. So, and again, the only reason I have the liquor ID as opposed to the regular identification cards is because more stores take them. So, and I mean, some people say some stores refuse the liquor ID, but honestly, I've never had a problem with it. So, and for the last time, for people who are wondering, yes, I am 25 and a half years old. So, what I was going to say was, that's why I have the liquor ID, but it's more difficult to renew than the identification card. Because apparently the identification card, the Mass ID, and the Mass ID and the driver's license is renew. So you can just like renew it online. So it's a kind of a pain in the ass, like the big ass cigar. That it's kind of a pain in the ass. You have to go through the process entirely. But apparently, from what I understand about the law, the statutes, from being a paralegal myself, not a lawyer, paralegal, is the liquor ID provides different types of protection that is not applicable to the mass ID or other types of ID. So, in terms of a driver's license and liquor ID, there's special protections in safe harbor. Not giving legal advice for the last time. Not a lawyer, and do not sue me. So, I'm not a lawyer. I'm a paralegal, and paralegals cannot give legal advice. So, it's like, from what I understand, there's certain types of protection that the mass liquor ID can give. So anyway, Big Ass Cigar Life by pretty cool. So it is a little bit of an annoyance. You have to go through the process all over again. So because that means filling out a big sheet of paper, going to the RMV or DMV, filling out your giving your ID cards, all that crap, date of birth, all that kind of stuff, all those papers, so it's a hassle, but it's worth it. So, and you only have to do this 5 years, so get the point. Anyway, Big Ass Cigar Life by kind of a pain in the ass, like the big ass cigar.